Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. You are listening today. It is September 24th. And we're going to talk about kind of a mishmash of things today. There's really no centralized topic or theme, which I do try to do. That's what makes the show, the podcast, great, in my opinion. We're going to talk about some of the content that came out at the end of last week and kind of do a look ahead. A look ahead. How far ahead, Kenny? About a month. And here's why. For those of you who missed my YouTube upload yesterday, if you are just a Apple or Spotify listener, totally okay. I love you all the same, but you missed this update. I am taking, after this week, the next month off from content. The next podcast you will hear will be on November 5th. Why am I taking this month off? My wedding and honeymoon. I'd like to be present in the moment. I don't want to have my face buried in recording and editing. And I'd like to spend time with my soon-to-be wife. So, I'm coming back. Don't worry. Just figured I would let you guys know instead of just leaving you high and dry. So, this will be the last podcast you'll hear for a month. I guess technically maybe it's 5 weeks. I'll be back. Don't worry. I'm not going nowhere. Where's the button I'm looking for? There, not that one. There it is. Okay, so we're going to talk about some stuff. I want to start with the content that came out on Friday. Not the season awards, because the season awards is whatever. The Mike Schmidt Evolution Program. Super cool that evolution programs are kind of being tossed in every so often. I don't know if this fulfills my craving for an evolution program, because you really hardly had to use the previous 2 iterations of the Mike Schmidt card that came earlier in the program to get the 99 Mike Schmidt that came at the end. It also didn't necessarily scratch my itch, because let me tell you, Mike Schmidt's swing might be one of the top 3 worst in the entire video game. But the fact that the program exists and is called an evolution program, to me, signals that SDS is kind of listening a little bit. There is a finger on the pulse, at least in knowing that a large portion of the community in the past has liked evolution programs. So I'm happy of that acknowledgement, so to speak. Ways to make this better? I think it's tough in a seasons and a sets format. I think if we could bring evolution programs back at the very friggin' beginning of MLB The Show 25 with no sets and seasons, if that's what MLB The Show 25 is, and let's say 10 of the biggest legends in the game that they have rights to are given evolution programs, and off rip, you can earn like the gold versions of Babe Ruth, of Hank Aaron, of Randy Johnson, unfortunately, Jackie Robinson, players like that. And then as the game progresses, and as you accomplish stuff using those cards, you have to use them, you can unlock the beefy, sexy versions. I don't want it to be as difficult as it was way back in the day, where you had to do the evolution to get Ken Griffey Jr., if anybody remembers that. Yikes. Not that. But I want to feel like I'm actually evolving with the card and progress is being made. Because let's be honest, other than the 4 hits you had to get with this rookie Mike Schmidt card, or whatever it even was, 2 at-bats is all I took with this card. 2. I'm never going to use it again. Pretty much same goes for this Mike Schmidt, unless a 94 for some reason fits like an event requirement. And like, there might be people who use this Mike Schmidt card. That's okay. He's certainly built exceptionally well. It's a good-looking card. Like, to be completely honest, it's a great-looking card. His swing just makes him utterly garbage. He does have a shortstop secondary. Can also play first base. He's just whatever. He's a diamond everywhere. But yeah, cool that evolution is here. I hope evolution comes back in a more meaningful way, in a more intentional way next year, not just kind of like thrown at us randomly. But I'm here for it. Other content that came out was the Shohei 50/50 milestone program that was hecka easy, just took a bit of time, a wee bit. One moment, hit a homer, simple as pie. You get 10 points, you get 50-50 XP. I like what they did there. Then all you gotta do is hit 50 ding-dongs and steal 50 bags in whichever game mode you choose. I chose to grind the Season Awards program and the Mike Schmidt program while grinding the Otani program, as most people likely did. So I was focusing on stealing bases. I was focusing on doing this. All told, kind of doing it while I was paying attention to work at the same time because I was working from home. It took me like a couple hours, 3 hours maybe, again, because I was just kind of sporadic, and I was also doing, Season Awards is very specific missions. The Mike Schmidt thing was very specific missions. Thankfully, there's no specificity to this. You could do it wherever you want with whomstever you'd like. You could hit 50 homers with commons. You could steal 50 bases with slow fucks. You could do whatever you want. And traditionally, I don't do well with Otani cards, both on the mound and at the plate. This Otani card is crazy good. I enjoy that they gave him left, center, and right secondaries because I'm actually playing him in left field right now on my God Squad. 82 fielding in his secondary, but also 99 speed, so that makes up for it. I don't do well with Otani cards typically. Like I said, in my very first game with him, I went 4 for 5 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, 4 runs scored. Yeah, a 3.4 OPS, that'll do. That'll play. Including, by the way, he hit a nuke off a lefty. Which, he's not bad against lefties, but it's clearly his weaker side. If I have the most minor of minor nitpicks, 2 minor nitpicks, I guess, how's a guy who has a 50-50 season and counting, by the way, not have max clutch? 125 versus 116 is not an incredibly massive difference. I'm not poo-pooing on the person who made this card, but it kind of doesn't make sense to me. If we're jacking his stats up, and clearly he's hitting homers and stealing bags in clutch situations, he should probably have max clutch. And 88 vision, which is far higher than I think the All-Star 99 Shohei, that's 73 vision. I looked it up before. Can we make it like an even hundo? Like, just, for some people, vision actually means something. It might not for you, and that's fine, but, like, let's beef them up. We're at the point in the year we got to be beefing things up. So this Shohei is fun. This Shohei is good. For now, he's going to stick in my lineup. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of beefing things up, this is where we're going to talk about the upcoming calendar. And I'm actually going to... We're going to do this live. People who are just listening will have no idea what I'm doing, and that is fine. We're just going to move my camera down, up. We'll move it up. We'll put it in the top right corner for a hot second. Look at us. Look at us at the top of the screen. New Battle Royale program is coming. Oh, today. Look at us. The day you're listening to this. Cool. I don't know. They haven't teased anything yet at time of recording. BR is kind of not my bag this year. I don't find much enjoyment out of it. The last BR program was fine. I took Felix Bautista. Obviously, there'll be 99s now. I would expect one of the cards to be out of position. Probably a starter. We need more. We're at the point where, like, now we can start throwing some better starting pitchers at us. My guess would be a starter. I also would kind of love a second baseman. I'm playing Tim Raines there. I've been struggling with Tim Raines. Someone told me they've been playing Ernie Banks out of position at second. Not a bad idea. He actually still has 87 fielding. So I'm looking for a 2B, and I really don't want to wild card anybody other than Tim Raines right now, because Tim Raines at least can give me some speed. But I'm open to new second baseman. So that's coming on Tuesday. On the 27th, which is Friday, a new ranked. So, spoiler alert, this Thursday's video will be me trying to make World Series. We're rated 895. I was rated 899. Biggest tease on earth. I lost. Made me very sad. Now I'm back up to 895 after the next game. So, this Thursday's video, rather, is not necessarily a how to pitch with, because they haven't really provided us with many new pitchers lately. It's just going to be my World Series game. And that'll be the last video you guys see for about a month. But like I said, I'll be back. So, new ranked. all about a new ranked. These rewards were not horrible. Paul O'Neill is my king. He's in my lineup. He will be for the foreseeable future. I'm hitting 500 with him, as you can see. Would prefer a little more pop. 4 homers is good. Only 1 double, though. Got to hit a lot of singles. But I love his swing. Barry Larkin card obviously ain't bad either. But I would expect the new ranked rewards to be even juicier than those cards. So that is something to look out for. Also on Friday, a career tribute program. Who's retiring this year of note? Anybody? Has anyone announced that they're retiring of note? Am I blanking? Because that's kind of like right at the end of the regular season or thereabouts. I wonder who that's going to be for. I'm very curious who that's going to be for. Obviously, stay tuned to Twitter and such for updates. Career Tribute Program could be cool because that could work, depending on who it's about or how it's structured. That could work as an evolution program in its own right. I think, did they do that with Miggy a couple years ago? Or no, they had a Career Tribute program last year with like Adam Wainwright and stuff, right? I think they did. I don't know. That's why I'm going there. So I'm curious who's retiring. I don't know why I can't remember off the top of my head any big names. But that could potentially be really cool content if they do it right. So looking forward to that. We also, of course, have postseason content coming. It sucks that I'm going to be in my little hiatus while postseason content is coming out. I will be coming back, though, however, presumably right when postseason content is ending. So that'll probably, in all likelihood, no guarantees because it's a month away, but probably be my first episode back is recapping the postseason content. Because even though I'm not going to be recording and I'm not going to be editing and posting, I will still be playing the game here and there. I'm not completely going dark. Like, this is still one of my means of enjoyment. I'm just not going to be completely diving into it as much as usual. So I will be keeping up with it. I will be playing the postseason content. I will have opinions on it. I will be watching the Yankees win the World Series, hopefully. They're playing well right now. But yeah, I'm excited for postseason content. I want to see how live it truly is. Is it going to come out the moment the division series ends? Is it going to come out the next week when the championship series is already on game 3? That could be not as impactful. So I'm hoping it's good. And then on the 11th is the new Team Affinity and the second XP path of Season 3. How they discussed at the top half of Season 3. Now, this is, I saw Nutsy tweet something. Friend of the show, Nutsy. Everyone knows Nutsy. If they don't, go follow him. I'm going to see if I can go pull it up again. Though he tweeted a few days ago, so it might be not as simple to find. Hold on, we're going to do this live. Nope, that's... Okay, here we go. So he said that Finest will be October 11th. I'm not arguing with him, but I don't know where he got that from. Because I feel like that's a little too early for Finest content. I'm here for it. If they want to do it, great. Because technically the regular season is over. But I wonder if Season 4, they're just going to kick it off with all the Finest. Because that's kind of traditionally around the timeline of when they have done it. If I'm missing something and they announce that somewhere, please let me know. Because I don't want to be misleading people for no reason. I just think it would be different than what their typical timing has been. Again, I'm here for it. They want to do it. Great. I'm down. Finest content traditionally is right up there with all-star content and postseason content in terms of like the best content that they produce. So I also love seeing the Finest card art. I'm a big sucker for Finest card art. I don't know why. Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to be Finest. I would probably lean towards something like semi-creative, like an October Legends Team Affinity. Like postseason heroes. Not a new card series per se, but like, you know, Randy Arozarena for the Rays. Maybe like an Andy Pettitte again for the Yankees, though he already got a card. I'm trying to think of postseason guys. Be a great time to introduce Hideki Matsui. I know they're not, but that would be kind of cool. Something neat, something a little different, something to tie in with the theme of the season of what's going on right now. It's going to be the playoffs. That's the day before my wedding, so I'm not going to be allowed to play on the drop night of it, but that's going to be my wedding is game 5 of the ALDS, which makes me so upset. Happy at the same time, but upset. So the 11th would be game 4. Oh no, that'd be an off day because they come back to whoever's hosting for game 5. Regardless, it's the middle of the postseason. So that would be cool. Is there a way? Probably not. Is there a way to tie postseason live content into Team Affinity? I don't think that makes any sense, so forget I said that. But that's kind of where I think would make the most sense to go. Like the postseason, it takes 162 games to get there. They should capitalize on it while it's happening. But I'm just a guy with a microphone. I'm not in the game studio, so I don't know. But that's going to be cool, hopefully. And then also, I'm hoping this week on Friday, a couple things happen. Where the hell is, like, a collection update? Like, I have 113 cards. How come I haven't gotten anything at 90 or 100 yet? There's got to be something coming. I wonder if they're waiting for the new XP path, but I really hope not. Because I'd like to start getting pretty close to these fellas. I know everybody wants Randy, but I really want Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig, this card is... They finally made a great one. Like, it's been a couple years since they made a godly Lou Gehrig. Also coming next week will be your ability to collect a 5th Lightning player for a... jumbo pack. Because you know what we all need? At the end of September, and MLB The Show 24? 40 commons and bronzes. It's exactly what we need. I don't know why they don't just start handing out guaranteed diamond packs at this point. Like guaranteed 85-plus packs. That is better to me than a jumbo pack. Oh my god, and then 1,000 stubs and you collect the 6th one. Look at that. Looky. But yeah, so stuff's happening. Content's coming. We should be able to start getting pretty close to the GOAT collection updates. Make sure you're keeping up with all these kinds of things just to get the free stubs and XP where they exist. But that's going to kind of do it, guys. Not really a ton to report. The content last Friday was cool and fun, but not really deep, so not like a ton to actually talk about. And they've done... sorry, my phone buzzed. They've done a not, like, super cool job of, like, hyping up content lately in terms of, like, what's upcoming. So, that's just kind of where we're at. So, I want to end this episode by saying I love you guys, as always. The support from yesterday's upload about my little hiatus, it was a really short video, like 4 or 5 minutes. The support, I mean, I can't begin to thank you guys and appreciate everything, all the nice things you guys said. It's just cool that you guys are, you know, obviously no one's gonna be like, hey, F you, you're getting married. But like the true support of like, hey, don't worry about it, come back stronger, take your break, enjoy your time, blah, blah. Like it's meaningful. It's cool. So I appreciate you guys, all of you who commented. Even if you didn't comment it, but you thought it. I'm in your head. I feel it. So thank you. I'll be back. Obviously, tune in Thursday to see if we make World Series. Haven't recorded it yet. Kind of petrified. Hopefully we do it. But that's it, guys. I love you all so much. Have a great week. Enjoy the content. And I'll see you in about a month.